The biggest mistake people make when they try to change is they give up on themselves too soon. Most people believe in possibilities, but they don't actually believe in themselves. This is where real transformation happens when you prove to yourself that you won't quit. And right now I'm talking about believing in yourself. It sounds real cliche. It sounds okay, yeah, believe in yourself. How does that come about? How do you believe in yourself? Some people were conditioned to believe in themselves. I think back to playing sports in my younger days, and I advocate sports for younger people to really get that self-confidence and really begin to believe in yourself, because what happens is you're programmed at an early state to not to believe in yourself, just to do the status quo or do what the system tells you to do. And then all that gets reinforced in your younger years pertaining on what's going on around your household between the ages of 1 and 7. So it gets beat into you to just do what the system tells you to do. And then at a certain point of time, you want to do what you want to do. And in order to do that, you have to believe in yourself. So how do you begin to believe in yourself? And as I mentioned, a lot of people played sports or learned how to believe in themselves through having some success playing sports. And I played a bunch of sports in my younger days, high school years, and before. Football, basketball, and tennis were the main sports that I played, and I was pretty good at all of them. And you really begin to develop some self-confidence through playing some sports. But then what happens is once you get out into the world, you get beat down by life, and then you may not believe in yourself at a certain point in time subconsciously. So how do you begin to just start believing in yourself? That is like the key, one of the big keys to success. And the way we make this happen is to start things, finish things, not quit on yourself. So, you have to show up for yourself when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when you're frustrated. You build this identity, and eventually that starts creating the future for you. Your real change is it requires some challenge. Doors don't just swing open for you. Sometimes you're forced to go through other doors. Maybe you get fired from a job and you're forced to start that business, or you're forced to do something better for yourself. Sometimes your relationship ends and you're forced to stand on your own at that point. And then that's when all the growth begins to start showing up. So when you show up for yourself, you build your identity. You prove that you believe in yourself. And then this belief, it just becomes a habit. And then the big shift is feeling worthy to receive. I had a huge problem with worthiness and believing in myself as well. And a good friend of mine said to me, Mark, your problem is you believe that you're unworthy. And he was talking about the mental programmings that was going on in my mind. And all this was unbeknownst to me. It's all in my subconscious mind. And I didn't even understand this until years and years later. But when you begin to work on your worthiness, when you become worthy and you become capable, doors start swinging open for you. You start vibrating at higher levels. It's not about being arrogant. It's about being confident. It's about showing up for yourself. So, you begin to create this state where it already happened. You begin to create these images in your mind, and your nervous system begins to vibrate and calibrate, and you stop chasing things. You stop forcing things. Opportunities begin to appear naturally. And how do we know? Is because you start getting these synchronicities. There's an interesting word, synchronicity, What does that mean? It means when the thing that you needed shows up for you exactly when you need it and you don't know how it happened. On a simple level, a parking spot in a crowded place. That could be a synchronicity. A telephone call with an opportunity. That could be a synchronicity. A happenstance meeting with someone on the street that gives you a piece of information that you've been pondering or that you need. That's a synchronicity. These are like little breakthroughs, little doors opening. Some people call them little breadcrumbs from the universe. And it confirms that you're moving in the right directions. Believing in yourself. Just when you start something, you know that you can finish it, and you got to stay in the game. It's like a person that goes to the gym. You don't go to the gym when you feel like it. You go to the gym all the time. It's like a habit. And then that begins to build some confidence, and you begin to believe in yourself. You begin to like how you look, like how you feel. So you begin to get some confidence about yourself. Some people call it swag. Get a little swag. Breaking out of this matrix, which is what I talk about all the time. It's not just about awareness, but it's about overcoming an older version of yourself, because this whole thing is about overcoming, and it's a process. My name's Mark, aka Create Lifestyle. I help people just break out of this matrix so that they can experience freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, while leaving a powerful legacy. If I'm making any sense right now, subscribe, follow, share, do those things. In addition to what we're saying is transformation. It starts in your inner world, and it has to be maintained. As it is above, so it is below. As it is within, so it is without. If you want to change the reflection in the mirror, you don't change the mirror, you change the image, and the image is you. So in order to do this, you have to invest time into your inner world. That means thinking for yourself, stepping away from distractions, questioning some of your habits, and asking yourself some tough questions. Put your cell phone down. Sometimes we just have to turn that bad boy off. A good friend of mine, his trick was he would just leave it in the car. And that's a good thing to do as well. And think for yourself. So again, talking about believing in yourself. That's the beginnings of making this change. So believe in yourself. Again, if I'm making sense, like, subscribe, share, all those things. And as always, remember, peace, one love, and control your destiny.